you know, stable ground. So when you code with AI, one of the things that is obvious is if you chunk down the task to a smaller, fragment, it does a way better job. An example of that is even front end versus back end. If you don't tell it what it's doing, it'll try to do both at the same time, and it'll fuck other shit up in the project that is super fascinating. Aline just shared a story about somebody in Pakistan that was a no code bubble guy that built a whole app using cursor and then bragged about it online, and every developer just quickly found all the security issues in his app and started exploiting them, and then to the point where he had to reply back and say, guys, I'm shutting down my app. I think I'm going to stick to bubble from now on, because I think they literally just cut him to pieces, right? So like again, the more you focus an AI on a specific function, the better it's going to do. So, but that was just a long preamble. But I basically wireframed this app out after telling this AI that it's just working on the front end. Don't worry about any of the back end code. Like I'll get it working, separately. I had a whole process here. So I built this. You've seen this before. I just replicated what I had. But you would go sign in, and then I focused on building this kind of this shell, right? And if you look at it, there's organizations like what are you actually working on? There's integrations. If you just go bottom up, you can imagine our onboarding process. There's integrations. You build the data warehouse. You create your metric library. You can see all the work that's going on, yeah, in the background for you, right? Based on the conversations that you've had. Then you have your standard reports that you're working with. Then you have your map, which is your IFM, MMM, however we want to package that up. And then you have charts and dashboards.
Well,
Does that all kind of make sense?
you really thought that through perfectly
Yeah.
from base principles.
Right. And then what's crazy is that now I'm thinking about the onboarding process, which is completely different than, anything we've done before, because what we're going to do is align the map of their business to what they said their goal is of accomplishing, right? And then give them insights along the way where wherever we see that, hey, you're not on track to hit your goal, or hey, this changed and look, it changes our map, like boom, you just hit a mountain because you can't scale ad spend anymore, right? Like I'm making but this infrastructure really is our feed, in my opinion. So like then you roll up all the activities to the feed, and then we do everything that we originally said, which is, hey, AI is going to process the IFMs to create a queue of prompts for a board of entrepreneurs that is used to looking at businesses on this infrastructure. We're going to flip through every business and give, notes or topics that create a whole bunch of this, which then allows us to nudge the consciousness of that entrepreneur.
Yeah,
And what's more valuable than that, Frank? Yeah, right?
I love that.
Like that's digital. That's BrightZen OS to me. Besides some things, that's the white labeled fractional CFO app. Like it's all intertwined here. But how did I do there?
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. But anyway, I just created that structure mainly for my team that's going to start rebuilding parts of Bubble inside of, this app. And then obviously the landing page is the second project to capture leads. If we end up using that infrastructure, right? With what Anna and I decide about the growth engine. Anyway,